We return with Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and Spring Yard Zone Act 2. Why did it take me a moment to get that out? I don't know! My brain is on coffee break, which would require me to have some coffee. By the way, there's a coffee link in the description below if you want to follow up on that. I should say that at the end of the video, but I actually need some legitimate caffeination, I think. I'm not a coffee guy, honestly. I'm just... well, not real coffee, anyway. Like, give me a cappuccino or a mocha or something, fine. But, you know, straight coffee, that's more my brother's thing. Oh, God, this place. I remember this place. And I remember this happened. I can't believe it, that I actually got stuck in there. But yeah, I got stuck in there. Never got stuck in there before in any other version of the game. But then again, it's been a while. But yeah, I had no less than 2 instances while doing this playthrough where I actually had to restart the stage because I couldn't get out! Well, with any luck, that's not going to happen again for the rest of this stage. Which starts to just beg the question, are these, you know, rebuilds really all that great? Like, yes, they do add certain things to the game, which I'm not taking advantage of completely. Well, aside from one thing, which will become very obvious here, I think pretty soon. Or in relatively short order, I think. I hope. Because Special Stage 6 doesn't seem all that bad on the surface, but you have to get through a lot of those breakable gem blocks in order to get this one. And the last emerald, it's the gray one. Or white, I don't know. It does beg the question why they're called Chaos Emeralds when they're not all green. Although they are emerald cut. So yes, that is 6 Chaos Emeralds. The game, however, does not say that we got them all. I wonder why. I'm pretty sure you'll... If you know anything about the decompilated rebuild versions, you know what I'm doing. But anyway... if this were regular, vanilla Sonic the Hedgehog 1, we'd have everything we need to get the good ending. Which, it isn't saying much, because the good ending of Sonic the Hedgehog 1 is just, oh, instead, it's flowers that show up all over the place. Which, you know, we're going to see that at the end anyway, but for different reasons. But, the original Sonic the Hedgehog... getting the 6 Chaos Emeralds got you the good ending, didn't really net you any other special bonuses. So yeah, if this were Vanilla Sonic 1, good ending ahoy, we can just keep going and not worry about that anymore. Of course, you know, I'm gonna redo the 8-bit version of Sonic 1 at some point, as, you know, just a primer for when I start doing the other handheld games again. Because I think that's the only 8-bit game that I actually end up doing, now that I think about it. I never did 8-bit Sonic 2. I should. Well, I'm going to. I've got to get through all the 8-bit games at some point. But yeah, there's a bunch of 8-bit Sonic games that I need to do. And I was going to get to that before I thought, you know what? It has been a long enough time since I did the original Let's Plays for Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 16-bit, and the quality of those videos looks like absolute nonsense by today's standards. Even though they were... at least Sonic 2. I can't speak for the Sonic 1 Let's Play. I think I was pretty frustrated throughout that whole thing. But during the Sonic 2 playthrough, I don't think it's going to be nearly as amusing because my brother isn't here with me. Playing it along with me. And, saying the weird things that he does. Well, I don't know if he would still say things like that these days. I'm sure he'll confirm that for me at some point, but yeah. These slow-moving platforms. Yeah, and another good thing about these decompilations is that you can now view the whole game in natural widescreen, because, you know, the original Sega Genesis didn't have widescreen support. It was back in the era of CRT televisions. Everything was 3:4 ratioed, and, on screens that, only took up so much space. Which is why all the pixels were so huge! Now let's try that again with an invincibility box! Grab me, Eggman, I dare you! Ow! 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 And that Eggman, that whole debacle of what his actual name is. Because in Japan, they called him Dr. Eggman all the time. Like, I know we know him all as Dr. Eggman nowadays. Like, the last time he was ever explicitly referred to himself as Dr. Robotnik was back in Sonic Adventure 1, and that was just a case of... I think that was just one of those instances where they were still sort of... translating between the two different things. It's just keep things consistent, even though all the characters were still calling him Eggman. Oh, and now welcome to Labyrinth Zone, the zone that slows things down tremendously. Because Sonic the Hedgehog, you know, his greatest weakness is water. Because he can't swim, and of course, being an overland mammal, he also can't breathe underwater. So he has to platform underwater. And in a place called the Labyrinth, where there are few, if any, slopes, or definitely no shuttle loops, yeah, there's not gonna be a lot of speed. So we have to rely on air bubbles that come from whatever these air bubble generators are. You know, I know it's all sorts of game logic silliness to sort of even consider it, but what generates the bubbles at the bottom in all these places? Like, how is there air just coming out from under the water? Like, I can understand sort of bubbling if there's, like, some hot magma vent under the surface of the water, and, you know, the heat the heat dissipating causes a whole lot of steam buildup. But if it were that hot, then I think breathing that in while you're underwater would be even worse for you. But I don't think that's what that is. It's just random air pockets that are just here and there and everywhere. that Sonic will breathe in when a large enough bubble comes up to allow himself more time to hold his breath, I guess. Because he can only hold his breath for, like, what, 30 seconds? I'm not even sure. Probably not even 30. Not something that I've ever actually kept in mind to actually calculate how long Sonic can logistically hold his breath. You just know that, oh no, you're running out when that music comes up. In Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, apparently, because it's been a while, it's just like the music dynamics for the drowning theme are that. They instill terror. Granted, being in water in general and everything being slow would also invoke a whole lot of terror, I would think. Okay, I'm also just invoking a lot of terror in my own self over the fact that I'm trying to get to the end of the stage with at least 50 rings. Because that's one thing about Sonic the Hedgehog, in case some people weren't aware. In which case, why are you here? You decided to come here to my Let's Play to learn things about Sonic the Hedgehog? Puh. But yeah, in case you didn't know, anytime that Sonic takes a hit, all of his rings will be dropped. All of them. And if you want to hold on to at least 50 of those things in order to get to the end of a stage to access a special stage, which you wouldn't think I would need to do by now, you need to not get hit. But yes, I just entered another special stage despite the fact that I have 6 Chaos Emeralds. Yep. It's an option in this decompilation to actually have a 7th Chaos Emerald accessible in this game. Which means a 7th special stage as well. And by golly, this is a doozy. Like, holy guacamole. This one... Oh! This took a while because I was nervous as all get out trying to do this one. Because this special stage, there's a lot of goal areas, which is what those are, you know, they say they're goals, but no, those are just exits to the stage, and you don't want to exit the stage unless you have the Chaos Emerald. So, don't touch those. Especially if there's a lot of them surrounding the Chaos Emerald. And those are blocks which basically reverse the spin of the stage. Also, these diamond blocks, which you don't want to break because they open up more gold blocks, which you don't want to touch. And of course, there's those stripe blocks that have like the down and up. They will speed up or slow down the rotation of the stage. There's just a lot of things to take into consideration. And I think one of the things that aggravates me the most in these special stages is that you can't... Your jump is fixed. Like, if you tap the jump button during the stage, Sonic will only jump so high, but I think in special stages, the game becomes ignorant of how much you depress upon the button in order to make Sonic jump, because he will always go the same height no matter how lightly you tap the button. At least that's my experience. Come on. And again, I feel like the bumpers are a lot more sensitive in this iteration of the game, because I just don't remember being forced to bounce around as much in the original. Well, that's that. I didn't get it there. I still have more chances. But holy guacamole, I hate that. That is so nerve-wracking. The whole thing. But I think I have, let's see, 3 more chances to get this special stage, I think. And get the emerald, because there's... Because you can't get the special stage ring at the end of Act 3 of any given zone, because that's a boss act, and the boss act overwrites your ability to actually go and get the ring at the end of the stage if you happen to have 50 rings available to go get that. So... oh boy. Air, please. And then, of course, there's the propensity for those stupid air dispensers, air bubble things, to always wait until just after you've drowned before they give you a frickin' big enough bubble to sop up any air with. Although, I'm honest at that point. There's enough small bubbles coming out that you get enough out of it. One of those, if you just sop up all those small bubbles, you'd have enough, the same amount you would get out of a big bubble. So why don't you just use those, Sonic? Man, what are you doing not being good with water anyway? I thought hedgehogs liked swimming. Also, I think hedgehogs... are they nocturnal? I don't know. Not that it matters when you're this far below the surface of the water that you're never going to see sunlight anyway. Come on. Air, please. Oxygen! Like, I can understand the needing air while you're in the water thing. Because, you know, after all, you are an oxygen-breathing mammal. You know, at least in that sense, it makes more sense than Mario does, who never needs air when he's underwater, unless it's a 3D game. Although, in a 3D game, his air meter becomes his health meter, and vice versa, and yeah, that makes sense. In backwards land. But anyway, well, I say that, I know that was, I think that was the way that it was in Mario 64. I don't know if it was actually like that in any other 3D Mario game. But I do know that that was sort of a thing. It was just like, yeah, really? 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 You're gonna tie those two things together? And I mean, at least Sonic in 2D games can go underwater. In 3D games, he seems to have like a dire frickin' allergy to this stuff. Which, you know, I kind of get that. From a game design standpoint, you want to have underwater sections basically be your bottomless pits. I understand that. Because otherwise, if Sonic just ends up on the bottom of the ocean floor, and you're just like, well, I don't know what to do now. I'm just down here. I'm gonna wait down here until I drown. So yeah, just like basically treating it like a bottomless pit, that's fair enough. Unless it's shallow water, in which case I want to beat the designer's head in. Because it's just like, I'm standing in 2 feet of water! It doesn't even come up to my neck! Why am I dead? At the same time, if it was all shallow water, that's like even more aggravating, because it's just like, okay, hang on. The water is only a maximum of like 5 feet deep throughout this entire section. Why does it matter? Also, how do orcas manage to go through all of that? How did orcas manage to fit down there? Oh, come on, get the emerald. Also, why do orcas have a problem with me? I never did anything to them. I know they're called killer whales, but good grief. Of course, we can talk about that more when we're in a game that actually has Sonic and orcas in it. Which isn't this one. Thankfully, question mark? Like, the only denizens of the deep that you're gonna run into in this game are Robotnik's Badnik fish. God, I am all over the place. These stupid special stages. Again, I didn't mind these special stages as much in the original version of the game, but it feels like these new rebuild versions are a test. One heck of a test. And again, I don't mind the bonus stages that they made into Sonic 3. Those are just bonus stages to get you little fun little extras. But this is a challenge for the Chaos Emerald, and come on! Oh, that was a fluke, but finally I got it! 7 Chaos Emeralds! We'll see what those 7 Chaos Emeralds get us in the next and final part of Sonic 1, but for right now, this part is over. So thank you absolutely everyone for watching. As always, there will be links to my various social media outlets in the description below, as well as my coffee page, which I mentioned earlier. This is Devasia Mentality, out.